daunting is that challenge? How much of a strength is that for them to have that kind of 1-2?
It may be the best rotation in the National League. You know, we take it, you know, one pitch at a time and battle Kershaw tomorrow and worry about the other two guys the next couple of games. You know, and that's the way we go about it. And you know, we run a young rotation that can match them pitch for pitch, and go at it that way.
A question for Freddie? Right over here.
Freddie, given that Dan has 2 more years left on his deal, which is pretty pricey, do you see him being here next season on this team?
Well, I'm just worried about Kershaw tomorrow. You know, obviously the decisions that we made doesn't have to. I never came into input about the salary or length of contract or any of that kind of stuff. I'd like to keep it in baseball decisions, and I think it works better that way for me anyway, and for our staff.
To your left, Freddie. John.
Freddie, for a postseason team, you've had to make a lot of different moves with your everyday club, moving players around the diamond. Specifically, what have you seen from Elliott Johnson at second and then Hayward in center that give you confidence with those new positions for both those players in the playoffs?
Well, I think the world of Jason Hayward. I think other than he's 6'5" and 245, it doesn't look like your prototypical leadoff hitter and center fielder. He could, you know, if you run him out there every day, he may win a Gold Glove in center field. That's how good I feel about him playing center field. Elliott Johnson came to us, you know, late in I don't know, a couple of days before the end of the trade deadline, and it was a released player from Kansas City. But he has a dynamic, he gets some speed on the bases. He could put the ball in play. At second base, he's fine. You know, maybe he's better than fine, really. He covers some ground. He turns a nice double play. He's a solid baseball player. I like his IQ, baseball IQ, and you know, he can make a difference in a postseason series.
In the back, Freddie.
Freddie, was wondering if you watched last night's game and maybe remind your players about, you know, chasing balls and kind of, you know, not getting too anxious on the big stage for this kind of series.
Well, you know what, we'll meet a little bit tomorrow, and I'll just tell them that not to worry about making mistakes, and that's it. It'll be a short meeting. Just don't make don't worry about making mistakes. Just go play the game. You know, to tell you the truth, I didn't watch much of the game. I was pretty wiped out by the time the first pitch came on, but I like the atmosphere. I did watch that first couple innings. The atmosphere there in Pittsburgh, I thought that was outstanding. I hope that we can create that here in our field and get the chop going and that kind of stuff, because that gave me goosebumps watching the Pittsburgh Pirates fans getting into it like that right from the very first pitch.
To your left, Freddie Moore.
Freddie, we all know what Medlin did this month, and you've been telling us that, you know, do the math. Was there one start or any one point here over the last couple of weeks where you said, you know, when he's going to be my game 1 starter?
I couldn't tell you exactly the time, but in my mind it was either Minor or Medlin, you know, for, you know, going into the last month of September, and I think they both had 4 or 5 starts left there in that month, and Medlin, I mean, he's earned it, and he's a guy that pitched a big game for us last year. He pitched that St. Louis Cardinals play-in game, and so he's got that going for him, and so we made that decision.
In the back.